Hey everybody, last night Microsoft had their 2017 E3 conference where they revealed the Xbox Scorpio. They have given it official name of Xbox One X or something like that. It's really bad. And they showed a couple of games, but the reception of it from the gaming community wasn't that good, dude. Nobody really cared. It got lukewarm at best from the community. And I think I know why, at least when it comes to me. But before I get into that, I want to be clear on a few things. Yes, if you watch my channel for a while, you know I am more of a Sony fan. You know it would take a lot for me to buy an Xbox. If they got like Resident Evil Remake 2 as exclusive permanently, I'd get an Xbox. I'd have to, you know. So I go where the games are gone, but the Xbox usually doesn't get the games I really love, at least for a long term. So it would take a lot. But having said that, I did go in with an open mind and came away pretty negative about it. And I think some of the main reason for me is that they didn't do what they should have done. They talked all about how this is going to be the greatest console ever, how it's the most powerful console ever, and it is. I'm not here to talk bad about the console. I'm not here to talk crap about that at all. If you're excited for the console, good, get it. But this is not about the console. This is how it was presented at the conference and how they failed to win over a hell of a lot of people if we're going by the Twitter and the NeoGAF and the IGN forums and all that. For me, it was they didn't show the raw power of it being used to its fullest. You know, they showed so many indie games or so many stylized games. You had that Dragon Ball Fighter Z, looked beautiful, but not impressive. They had that Tails looking game, looks beautiful, not impressive. They showed Cuphead, looks beautiful, not impressive. It's not pushing the limit. It's stylized. Stylized games can be done on any system and look great. Life is Strange 2, not Life is Strange 2, Life is Strange Before the Storm. You know, love Life is Strange, just made a vlog about that. But that game looks like it can run on a 2009 gaming laptop. I know sure as hell the first game can. So why they were showing that is beyond me. What they should have done, this is what I was thinking, what they should have done a few years ago, before the release of Uncharted 4, I believe it might have been the first showing of Uncharted 4, they had this grand, amazing CGI opener where Drake gets up off the ground and he's like wet and he has wrinkles and grey hair and detail. And you're thinking, you're watching that, no way is the game gonna come out looking that good. And it didn't. They did downgrade a little bit. But they also released renders of Drake at that time. Big ass renders. And it looked so good. So good. And then when the game came out and it didn't look as good, you're a little disappointed, but it still looked phenomenal because you were excited and you were going in and you were invested. But Microsoft didn't do any of that. Here's what they should have done. They should have done the exact same thing. Instead of coming out and saying, here's Forza, and just showing a bit of Forza, which looked great, and then going off all these stupid indie games, not against indie games, but you're not pushing the console to the limits. So you're showing all these The Last Night and stuff, which looks beautiful, and the Dragon Balls and stuff, like, it looks great, but they're not pushing the max. What they should have done is they should have gotten Marcus Phoenix up on the screen, how he looks like in Gears of War 4 on the Xbox One. And next to him, they should have showed the exact same character on the Xbox Scorpio and shown the difference. You should have zoomed in on his face, shown the wrinkles, shown the hair, the individual strands of hair. Like, look at that, what the hell is this? I don't even brush my hair, it just goes straight up like that, right? They should have shown all that. They should have shown the beard, how the hair looks in the beard. They should have shown the scars. They should have shown the veins, the knuckles, you know, they should have shown the fingerprints, all of it. Up nice and close, side by side comparison. They didn't do that. Instead, they showed a bunch of games that are never going to impress. You're asking for $500, $700 in like Canada or something. It's probably about 500 over here in Ireland. You're asking for 500 and you show Cuphead? Who gives a what the? That's not even going to sell. I'll eat a boot if that game sells on any platform. You know, that is not how you present that shit. You don't do that. Here's what you should have done, right? You do the Marcus Phoenix thing. You do the Marcus Phoenix thing, right? That wins over the casuals that only care about how good a game looks. Listen, dude, if you want to care about how a game looks, just get a camera, take a photo, look at a wall all day, right? Because games are more than how they look. It's how they play. So people like me who care more about CPU, I would rather a 1080p game at 60 frames per second instead of a 4K game at 30 frames per second. So what they should have done is they should have come out and said, here's Dark Souls 3. Here's Dark Souls 3 on the Scorpio, running at a solid locked 60 frames per second. No hiccups, no frame pacing issues, nothing. 1080p or whatever, 60 frames per second. Didn't even have to mention 1080p. Don't mention that. It'll be revealed like an hour after the conference when people are saying it's so great. Nobody will care. Just say 60 frames per second. Here it is running side by side to the Xbox One version, right? And you have this like I guess we'll go with Rivers, right? To go with Rivers. This is the Scorpio. This is the Xbox One. The Scorpio runs like a little stream, right? It's like it just flows like a dolphin, right? It just flows. And then you have the Xbox One going, you're like rocking a boat, smashing up against the rocks. That's what that would look like in comparison at its constant like 27 frames per second where it's hiccuping, you know? That's what the more core gamers like me, the people they should be going after anyway. They said it was a premium product, and it's aimed at premium core gamers like me. The 10-year-olds out there, they're not getting this game. The parents will be like, hey, what the no? You're getting the Xbox S. You know, you're getting the original. You're not getting this expensive thing. It's like, why not, mommy? Because it's expensive. But to people like me, we can get that core stuff. We're like, yeah, let's get that 4K gaming beast. But they didn't market it towards us. They just showed pretty graphics. What the hell is pretty graphics gonna do when there's 10 enemies coming at me and I keep getting hit because I lagging up, you know, when I do a barrel roll and the goddamn thing freezes for half a second and I get smacked with a stick. You know, nobody wants that. So I think the console is probably fine. If you want the console, this is fine. This is not a critique of the Xbox Scorpio. This is a critique of the way it was presented to me. You know, you can get the nicest foods on the planet and you can present them in a bucket. Just throw them all in there. Just throw them all there. Shake it, right? Shake it. Just like, ugh. Throw it on the floor and be like, there's your food. And I'll be like, I'm not eating that. You'll be like, why not? It tastes delicious. I'm like, well, it looks like garbage now. It doesn't matter if it looks like garbage. It tastes the exact same. But if you're not going to give it to me on a fancy little plate, I'm not going to like it that much. So you're going to have to present it correctly, man. You're going to have to come out here and be like, here's all these Xbox One games that are going to play on it. 60 frames per second now. 60 frames per second locked. And here's all these newer games coming out. 4K, man. 4K. So this fighting game over here, badass. This racing game over here, badass. Show it all. Go into the details. Zoom in on Marcus Phoenix's face. Show the wrinkles. Show them wrinkles. Show what the power can do. Don't show a cartoon. Cartoons have been looking the same since the 1920s. Nobody cares. You know, they went from being painted in black and white to painted in color. No one gave a crap. You know, it's a cartoon. Stylized games don't show the potential of a game. You can play Dragon Ball Budokai 3 on the PlayStation 2. It looks fantastic. Came out in 2003. No one cares. It still looks fantastic because it's stylized. You play the new Dragon Ball game on the Scorpio. Looks fantastic. But not because of the Scorpio, but because it's stylized. You need to show the raw power. Show The Last of Us. You know, you're not going to because it's not yours. But a game like that, you know? You know, you're not going to get anything with Sunset Overdrive. You know, you're not going to get anything with your Crackdowns or anything like that. You need to show the realism that can be brought forth. But that's all I'm going to complain about. And having said that, if you can afford the console and you want to get the console, you're going to get about a good 2 years out of it. I'm guessing before PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox are announced. So if you want to get it, get it. And it's definitely going to be a massive upgrade over the original Xbox One and a bit of a good upgrade over the PlayStation 4 Pro. So go where the games are at, man. They're probably going to get that awesome third-party support, you know, so get it if you can get it, and if you don't want to get it, then don't get it. But the presentation of it fell flat, dude. You did it wrong. Should have came out, should have shown them wrinkles, and just said, look at that. Xbox One don't got that. 4K got that. You know, you even call out Sony. Like, Sony don't got this. Look at Uncharted 4's initial trailer. Well, look, they lied. They came out here, they showed that, they said it was amazing. Then they downgraded just a bit, but they still downgraded. Here's ours, right here. This true gameplay. This is what you're gonna get. No bullshit. You know, that's all they needed to do. Alright, so that's all I'm gonna bitch about. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been your host, Chris, K-R-I-S. And if you really enjoyed this video, then you can click on the link at the end, go to my Patreon, subscribe over there, and help me run this channel and my life. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.